Hey everybody, Paul Abernathy here. Welcome to another live stream where we're going to talk about exam preparation. I'm going to give you some tips about exam preparation, and we're going to take a quick look at the Fast Trax program for those that are not interested in the program. If you're not interested, I think that the reason we want to do this is because we want to make you interested. Why? Because we have gotten some people that have said to me, Paul, I'm really not interested in a exam prep program. If you're not teaching it, if you're not the one that's live every session, then I'm really not interested. Well, let me explain to you why you need to get interested in a structured exam prep program. For all those that are not interested, let me explain something to you. If you're preparing to take an electrical exam, then you need to understand that it needs to be structured, right? You need to be able to study properly. And to study properly, you need to know what to study and what not to study. So the National Electrical Code is a big document. So knowing where to study, how much time to do it, and all that kind of stuff, it's critically important to know how you do the studying process. Okay, so we'll kind of talk about that and answer some questions that people often have about our Fast Trax program. Question number one that I get from a lot of people is that how long do I have access to the Fast Trax program? Well, you have access to the program for 12 months. There is no renewal. We don't have a renewal option yet. That went away during COVID. But you get 12 full months. And if you think about it, if you're studying for your electrical exam, you need to be achieving this within the next 12 months. If you're studying now, that's too long to study. You need to put in 90 days, maybe, 4 months, 5 months, maybe even 6 months is good study periods. But if you're studying more than a year, that's just too much. So you won't need that length of time to study and be prepared for the National Electrical Code, okay, test type of thing. So we're going to talk about that. So what do I recommend? First of all, folks have, again, 12 months access to the program. 24/7, you can do it anytime. If you happen to have our budget program, you can start right away if you purchase the budget program. If you have our Fast Trax Black or Plus, then you need to wait up to 5 business days. Usually doesn't take that long, but we need to make sure because we have to generate the keys to help get in your console. And you'll have your own login type console, all right, that type of thing. All right, so you get access to it for a year in the Fast Trax Black and the Fast Trax Plus. The budget course, you get lifetime access, but of course, when you move to the next code cycle, it's really not going to do you any good, but you do get longer access for it if you're interested in the budget. The only difference in the budget is you don't get access to me, you don't get to come to the Wednesday night sessions, and I don't grade your work personally. So it's basically self-paced. That's the budget. If you want to have interaction with me, if you want me to grade your work, if you want me to give you the feedback on your reviews, then that is the Fast Trax Black or the Fast Trax Plus. Okay. Now we'll go look at it. We'll navigate the website for those interested, but those are our exam prep products. Now, of course, if you're already licensed and you're watching this maybe on a replay or something, and you say, well, what do you have for me in residential? I've already got my license. I need to enhance my skills as a residential electrician. All right, well, we have that program as well. That's called the residential program. It's the Fast Trax Red program. Now, that is not for exam prep. That's to deep dive into residential electrical codes. Okay, and it basically walks you from room to room to room. Okay, now you might say, well, you know what? I don't do residential. I do have my license, but I'm a commercial electrician. I do everything commercial. Well, we have a program for that as well. It's called the Fast Trax Green program, and that is your commercial electrical codes. Those are not exam prep programs. Those are for people that are already licensed and they want to deep dive into commercial electrical codes. Then that's what that program's all about. Of course, we have a Fast Trax Blue, which is for industrial. So if you're somebody that's involved in industrial electrical wiring, then that's the course for you. Grounding and bonding. We have grounding and bonding courses that really deep dive into the concepts of grounding and bonding and everything in Article 250. And we even have that available in a budget program now. So those that want to get the budget program. So we have tons of offerings for that. But most people come to us for, and of course we have electrical theory as well, but most people come to us for our exam preparation because we have a structured program for that. So what we want to do is we're going to kind of look at how you would get that first, and then I'll take a peek into the program and kind of talk about everything that's included. And we're going to be using the 2023 edition today because it is slightly different than it was in the 2020 and 2017. So this is our website. Sometimes it may look different to you than what you're familiar with before. Is that, you know, we have a lot of courses on here, and the navigation can get confusing. So the reason I wanted to show it to you is I can kind of give you an idea. By the way, we do have some free courses here that kind of see where you're at from exam prep. So there's a primer there, and then there's a boxes and enclosures free course as well in there. So you would get there by clicking this budget and free courses link. Okay. Now, all of our stuff on our website when it comes to our chat rooms, our Sparky Hub, where you can go and post questions on the message board for other members to comment, that's all available under this navigation link. Now, this may all look different to you if you're using a mobile device, because on the mobile device, it kind of looks a little different. That's because we optimized it for being able to do it, but it looks like this, okay? And it's got the little icons that you can click on it, okay? So, but if you go to the top and click the little hamburgers on the top right, you will see the navigation scheme, and you can go through the courses and everything else there as well. So it may look a little different, but you still have the shop, which lists all the products in the shop, and you can just browse through them, things like that. So it does look a little different on the mobile device. Okay, so keep that in mind. And I realized I didn't show that very well. So again, on the mobile device, it looks a little different. Sorry about that. So on the mobile device, it kind of looks a little different. You can see that you scroll down and you click test if it's exam prep. You click shop if you want all the info in the shop. If you want to read our blogs, you can click blog. And then that's where you would get to the free courses. So if I click that, then that'll take me to the free courses. And then, of course, you've got the free courses that are in there as well. So, again, allows you to get to all those type of things, okay? Let's see. So there you go. You've got all of the free courses, and then you got any of our budget courses. They're all listed there as well, okay? But anyway, that's kind of the navigation of the website when it comes to the mobile device. For the best experience, I often say take your mobile device and still switch it to desktop mode, because then it lets you see everything a little bit better. But people like a mobile version, so there's a mobile version for you. Okay. Now on the website here, you'll see this is a drop-down list that has all the courses. People ask us, do we have business law? Yes, for select states. So if you click business law, then we have business law that's available for select states like Florida, Alabama, Arkansas, California, Connecticut, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio. We even have the Virginia 8-hour pre-licensing contractors. Okay, and these are all through a partnership. Okay, so these aren't taught by us, but they're through our partnership. So if you need those business courses for your state, then we have those as well. All right. Blogs, we have tons of great blogs available that you can sift through. Leadership blogs, training. We do talk about some calculations and stuff like that. So we have a bunch of stuff available in the blogs as well. And of course, before we look at our Fast Tracks program, if you want our mobile app, and our mobile app is cool because it has a lot of features on it. Okay. It has a lot of free apps, a lot of free calculators. You can get to the blogs. You can get to anything from our mobile app. And it's basically you go right here and click on mobile app. And if you're on your desktop, grab your phone and scan this QR code. Or if you're on your mobile phone and you come here, you just click on this link right here. And it will load it on your phone and ask you, do you want to save it to your phone? Yes. All it's going to do is put an icon on your desktop or on your phone screen. That's it. We're not going to load anything. There's nothing for you to load on the Google Store or Apple Store. We don't mess with any of that stuff. Okay? It's all going to be just a link that you would click. So you definitely want to do that. And if it says, do you allow notifications? Yes, because from time to time we send out alerts and things like that. So I recommend you load that on there. Okay. All right. So what most people come for is our exam prep. Okay. So let's kind of go and look at our exam prep. Now, when you buy the course, and I'll take you to the Fast Trax Black, which is our most popular course, I encourage everybody to read this full page. Here you see it's available in the 2017, the 2020, and the 2023 NEC, okay? I encourage you to watch this video first because this video, click the play button, this video will explain our program and all the different features that are involved in the demo. People ask me all the time, do we give demo courses? And I'm like, absolutely not, we don't. Okay, you can watch this video and it'll show you everything that's in the program, okay? So again, we encourage you to definitely watch this video. That way you'll know exactly what's in the program. What I can tell you, one of the benefits now is this weekly live session is on Wednesday nights at 7:30. It is only available to Fast Trax Black and Plus students. It is not available to the budget student, okay? So that's basically getting me on Wednesday nights. Now that's not part of the course. All right, let's make that really clear. That's not what you're paying for. That is something that I like to do every week. Now, some weeks we may have it, some weeks we may not, but most of the time we have it. And the access to that is going to be through your console when you log into your Fast Trax program. That brings me to the next thing that people ask. All right, I want to buy your course. I want to get into your program. How do I do it? Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to go here to the program, the courses, and you're going to click Fast Trax Black. That's what you've got. And you're going to order. Say I want the 2023. So I'm going to click on it. And I clicked on that tab, and this is what I see. So here you see it gives you a little more information about the course. Make sure you read it so that you got an understanding of everything that's here. Okay, you scroll down, you'll see the demo again. You want to watch the demo video. Okay, be aware that you do not log into your course via this website. You may buy it here, but you do not log in on our website when it comes to the Fast Trax Black or the Plus or any of our Fast Trax programs, except for the budgets. The budget courses, you will log in here, okay, because they're housed on our server. But everything else, you cannot log in here, okay? So what will happen is you'll purchase your course, and then you'll get within 5 business days, you're going to get your information on how to log into your account. And then you're going to log into your account and follow the instructions and that you get in the email. And what you're going to do is you're going to end up being in your account. Now let me show you what that's going to look like, kind of what it's going to look like once you're in there. So once you're in there, it's going to be just like this. Okay, you're going to log in, you're going to have your courses. So this again, this is the 2023 version. And you're going to see this right here that teaches you what things you can use here. So you want to watch this first. Okay, so we'll do this first. Next, you'll see the link here. This takes you to the Wednesday night sessions. I recommend that you download Zoom. It's free. Download it. And this is going to help you interact better on it. But there you go. There's a link for that. So every Wednesday night, you log into here. If you see this link, then that means the session is going to happen. If this is missing, then it means we're not having a session that night. So this can be turned on and off. But if you see that link, you click it, okay? And you want to do this as well because this shows you how to submit your competency reviews at the end of each unit, okay? So you have all this information that's here for you. Now, in the course itself, you're going to see that you have multiple units We have an introduction to the NEC, definitions, boxes and enclosures, cables, raceways, and conductors. In those units, we're going to teach you things about the different wiring methods, cable. We're going to talk about box fill, raceway fill, pull boxes, all those type of things are going to be covered in this program. Okay, so that's kind of just to warm you up into the program. Then you're going to go into one family dwellings, and here it's going to talk about all the general provisions. That's the spacing, 6 foot, 12 foot rule, 2 foot, 4 foot rule for countertops and kitchens. It's going to talk about all of the small appliance branch circuits, laundry branch circuit, all these type of things in the general. Then it's going to talk about specific provisions, and then it's going to get into load calculation. And of course, it'll end up in services and electrical equipment. So many exams that you get, they say, I need you to study more about electrical equipment or service equipment. Well, here we break it down so that it kind of matches how you should be studying. Okay, the load calculations. Let's kind of just go in here real quick. So you'll get a unit, and then of course you'll get some videos that'll be put in here. And then you'll get this competency review. Okay, this is anywhere you see these orange dots, that goes towards your grading. Now, as you can see, Unit 8 is a tough unit. The average score right now is 68%. That is pretty low. Why? Because we do what's called an ongoing grading sequence. So we keep an average of all students that are in certain core programs. So in this case, the students are having to do Unit 8 multiple times because it is tough information. Okay, they've got to really, really focus. So let's go on and look real quick. And so here's your review questions. You're going to download it. It's an editable PDF. You're going to do it on your own, fill in the blanks, and then you're going to upload it into our system, and then we will grade your competency reviews. So what does the reading material look like? Just kind of give you an idea. I'll take you to the intro. So kind of here is the intro into the program. You see kind of the objectives that you're going to achieve, kind of teach you all these things, and then you'll have the intro. The neat thing here is you can change the size of all this text by simply clicking up here. So if I want to make it a little larger, I want to make it a little smaller, I'll make it a little smaller. It is very adaptable to your mobile device. So whether you're using a phone, and one of the things that we changed for the 2023 is the fact that you don't do those competency reviews online anymore. So that means that you can study with your phone all the material. Maybe you're at the office or you're taking a break, but when it comes time to do the competency, you can download, it's a PDF that's editable, work on it offline, and then log back in and upload it into your console, all done on our side. You don't have to do anything. It's easy to do. And then we'll grade the work. And then you move on to the next unit, okay? So all of that information is here. Another feature is if anything you want to highlight during your study, you left click, you drag over it, and you'll see you'll have highlight options. I'll just highlight it, okay? Another neat feature we have is, let's say you're tired, you're feeling a little bit lazy. We have what's called the ballistic feature, which is ballistic training. So I will highlight this portion just to show you, and see here where it says read the text. Watch this. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not, but we'll play it.
A feeder is defined as all circuit conductors between the service disconnecting means and the panel board containing fuses or breakers that feed branch circuits.
Okay. So if you want the whole thing to be read, all you do is just click this right here and it'll read everything on the page. If you want to left click and just highlight what you want it to read, then you can click read text right here and done. Okay. So it has that ability, because I should remind you that you can print any page that you want in the program. So if you want to print the whole thing out, you want to print out specific tables, specific charts, you have access to do it. You can print out anything you want. You have full rights to do that in this program. Okay. Some people ask about that, so I want to make sure that we cover it for you. Okay, so come up with features as you can scroll. And you see that we will start giving you illustrations with call outs. And you take those call outs and you can match them up. It kind of starts to make sense as you go through the program. right? Here you got gathering information, talking about all these different appliances, how you gather all the information to start your calculation journey. So really one of the things that it's doing is taking it to somebody who says, look, I don't even know where to start. If I'm going to do a load calculation, where the heck do I even start? What do I got to go gather? How do I begin this journey? Well, one of the things about our program and other programs that are out there don't do anything but give you code questions. Or they kind of just have a discussion in a room with a bunch of other people, and you're really just a fly on the wall, but you're not really reading it and comprehending it. So that's the benefit of our program, is that we give it to you in a logical flow. We give you illustrations to back that up. You have any questions, you know you can come to Wednesday nights and ask your questions. And that brings me to one important thing for existing Fast Track students. One of the things that you should be doing is when you have something you don't understand, you want to make sure you left click it like that, okay? And you want to highlight it. Why? Because if you highlight it, then you can go over here later. Watch. Now, see, this is 8-2A. Now, watch this. Let's say I come back later, or I'm during the middle of a Wednesday night session, and you want to ask me a question. You can go to your study hub over here, right? Click on Study Hub, go to your notes and highlights, and we were in Unit 8. And here's where we were in Unit 8, 2A, right here. Click that. And it'll bring up what notes you have. Maybe it was this one. You click it here. It'll bring up whatever you highlight, it will bring up in here. Now, if you want to add a bookmark, let's say you're right here, and let's see. Let's go into material, and we want a bookmark right here, right? So what we can do is click on a bookmark. So remember, this is 8-2B, right? All right, well, you want to ask me a question on a Wednesday night. You can say, hey, Paul, I read something. I need a little more clarity on it. Can we go look at it as a group? Because again, you're getting me as your own personal tutor on Wednesday nights. So I go, sure, what do you need to go to? And you'll say, okay, well, let me go to my study hub, and you're going to go to bookmarks. And there's the bookmark that you made. You click on it, click right there. It'll take you straight to where it's at. And then you can say, well, Paul, it's at 8-2B, and I had a question about this, the 3 VA per square foot or something like that, right? And so that's how now when you're done, you can just undo the bookmark and it'll go away. Okay, so again, powerful feature in order to be able to get where you need to get. Again, you can also use it for when you're studying and when you leave off. You can just do a bookmark and you can come back later, that type of thing. Okay, so that's important because it allows you to be able to mark your spot. Okay, all right. So what else is important about the program in here? Okay, one of the other unique features, and we've done this a little differently for the 2023 version than we did for the 2020 and 2017, is we listened to feedback, and people were not creating their flashcards like we wanted them to create them. And we kept telling you how I want you to create flashcards, okay? So we changed how we do the flashcards. So you're probably asking, what the hell is he talking about flashcards? Well, for decades, we've been talking about buying 3x5 index cards. And on one side, you write Article 210. On the other side, you write branch circuits. On one side, you write 215 feeders. On the other side, you write Article 215. On the other side, you write feeders. Things like that, right? So what we've done is we've done what's called, we've given a clean slate when it comes to the flashcards, because we want our students to create their flashcards. Okay, it causes you to get interactive with it. So we followed what people recommended. We look at the feedback, and this is what we're talking about. Watch. So I'll create some flashcards for you and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go into the program. So down here on the right, you see this little flashcards icon. So we'll click on this flashcard. Okay, now I created one earlier so you could see it, but I'm going to show you how we create one. So here you would run through your flashcards. Article 210, branch circuits. Boom, there you go. 210, branch circuits. Now, around here, create a card. Okay, so I'm gonna click create a card, and over here, I'm gonna do this, and I'll go, okay, so let's do Article 250. Okay, oops, can't see my screen here, 250. Too many lights on here. And then down here, we'll do grounding and bonding. Okay, and we'll save it. So now that's two flashcards. So we got Article 250. grounding and bonding. Article 210, branch circuits. See, and what you do is if you go through all of these, and what you're going to do is you're going to do a flashcard on every article in the code, every major table. Okay, let me give you an example how to do one of the tables. Check this out. I'll create a new one right here. Let's go table 250.66. Okay, what is table 250? This is grounding electrode conductor sizing table. Okay, there you go. So I'll save that. All right, so grounding electrode conductor sizing table. Article 210, branch circuits. Article 250, grounding and bonding. Table 250.166, grounding electrode conductor sizing. Boom. So this way, you create the flashcards, you get more fluent with learning the different articles. And I'm telling you, there is no shortcut. I kind of am sorry that we gave some flashcards to folks in the 2020 and 2017, because what happened is we tracked it and they weren't really using them because they're already there. We didn't get the engagement that I wanted. So in 2023's edition, we said, wipe the slate clean. You get to create your own flashcards, and we want you to use them for what we think is most important. And for me, what's most important is creating a flashcard for every article, every main table, anything that you want in the NEC, create a flashcard for it. Like maybe you want to create a flashcard for single motors branch circuit conductor sizing. And then you know it's 430.22. So you can create whatever you want to help you remember things. And then what do you get to do? You just go through the flashcards. And you created the flashcards, right? So that's an important change that we had for the 2023 edition. Now, in the future, I might add some more specific types of flashcards here. But remember, anything I add on my end, you'll get to see on your end. And so if I want to add things and change things and modify and enhance things, you're going to be the beneficiary of that, okay? All right, so that's how you do the flashcards, and I encourage everyone to do flashcards. Now, the next thing that I'll tell you in our program, if you're new to the program and you're not familiar with some of the benefits, here's some of the benefits. See these little hashes right here? These look like little chevrons, and in between it, you have a code section. Anytime that you see that, you want to go grab your code book and look it up and read it. There's a reason why we're doing this, and we're giving you these values here, these code references, because we want you to stop and go look these things up. It's going to help you move in and out of the NEC. It's going to make you a much more rounded aspect of what I'm saying. So, okay. And so again, others say, what do we got a comment here? It says chapter 3, I got 195 flashcards because I made flashcards for each section. Took some time, absolutely, but you created your own flashcards. You know what they're to be used. You saw something that you thought was important and you create a flashcard. That's important because what it does, it engages you into the program rather than us try to think what might be important to you. Plus, it's the process of making you do them. Things are going to last longer in your head. You're going to remember things, okay? It's just so much better. So that's why we did that and opened it up for the 2023 to be able to do that, okay? So again, we're always adapting and changing to feedback from folks, okay? All right, so let's kind of go back a little bit here and let me take you to some other features that we have. So anyway, there you go. So those are all of your units. You're going to simply go through them. Hey, by the way, we do load calculations for multifamily. Let me tell you, Unit 8, Unit 11, and Unit 13, it will kick your butt. Let me tell you something. If you're new and you think you know everything about electrical and you get into a program like this and you say, hey, I've had people call me and say, yeah, you know, Paul, I think I'm pretty good. And I'm thinking, well, why are you getting a program then? But hey, I think I'm pretty good. And I'm like, well, the Fast Trax program will humble you in many ways. If you're not getting scores that are 85% and higher, which is that sweet spot, then you're still struggling. You need to be working on scores 85 and higher. If you get a 70 or a below 70, I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm going to tell you to go back and do the unit again. I'm going to tell you to come to our Wednesday night sessions, which again are only available to Fast Track students or Fast Track's Tube subscribers. I'm going to tell you to come back and do it again and come back, or come to Wednesday night and ask your questions. But the problem is on Wednesday nights, folks aren't bringing their questions, but they email me questions. If you're going to come to Wednesday night, make sure you highlight the things in your course that you want to ask, or any of your unit questions, and bring them to Wednesday night so everybody can benefit from it. You're not the only one that might be struggling with a question. We want everybody to do it. And that's why I do the Wednesday night sessions, okay? And I don't know any other educator out there that does that. They sell you a book, they sell you a course, they sell you a DVD, they sell you something, but they don't support it. And I can promise you, you can like me or hate me, there ain't nobody out there that supports our programs like me. Whether it's a message board support, whether it's Fast Track's chat, whether it's paulabernathy.com, whether it's Wednesday night sessions, whether it's on our Facebook page, whether it's on our YouTube channels, nobody supports our program like us, okay? You can go to Amazon and buy a book if you want and hope that it's good enough for you to pass. Nobody's there to explain the questions to you if you get stuck, okay? That's what I think is different. So nobody can say they can't reach me. Now, you might not be where you can call me every 5 minutes to ask me a question, because then I'll just block your ass. I don't have time for that, okay? I got too many students for that, because I've got too many other ways to answer your questions, whether it's email, whether it's through the portal, whether it's through the Wednesday night sessions, or whatever like that. Again, I can only be pulled in so many directions. So I try to make myself as available as I can to be able to answer these questions for you in our program. So that's why I created all these ways to get questions to me, right? So anyway, so let's kind of look at it here a little more. So anyway, you've got load calcs and everything, special occupancies. Now, something that's new, okay, I like to talk about the new stuff. So something that is new for the 2023, and we did add it to the 2020 as well, is a new database of questions. Now, we also added these soft skills, okay? This is kind of like things like developing effective communication skills, being a professional, creating customer-centric culture, your telephone skills, meeting management, and all these things, time for the team huddle. We give you these because, again, this is something new for the 2023, is because what we want to do is we're, again, always striving to make you better. And so we want to give you just more than somebody giving you a book, or you buying somebody else's course and you're not really getting anything extra. We're not into that. Now, also, you'll notice on the screen simulators. Okay, these are not supported. You use them on your own. You can play with them, do whatever you want, but these are interactive simulators. We added them in. We don't have these for the 2020 and 2017, but I was asked to add them in for the 2023. We don't support them. You use them if you want, because sometimes they can get wonky. Okay, it depends on your internet connection, but they're there if you want to use them. Go for it. We don't have a problem doing that. Now, as you can see, add and create, we add stuff into the program to enhance it. So again, we're always adding stuff in here. But one thing that we did add is the new questions database. Now, you got to watch this video first to understand how to use the database. Okay, so watch that video first if you're in the Fast Track's 2023 program. And then you've got these resources here. Now, I'll just show you these extra resources that we added, and they will cost you absolutely nothing, and we've added them. Now, check this out. You got some quick quizzes on specific topics, right? We've got some media library, okay? There's, for example, conductors. You've got, videos, and hold on, you can't see it. I got to share it. There we go. Sorry about that. Forgot to do it. We added this one, so check this out. You've got some neat videos.
A conductor is a material that has very little resistance and permits electrons to easily flow through it.
So we've added a lot more of the videos, box fill. We've added some extra videos for box fill for
Box fill is the total volume of all conductors, devices, and fittings contained within an electrical box.
Okay, so we've added all those type of things. We've also added tons of exams here for you folks. Check this out. So you got 18 sample exams and you got 3 of the more extensive licensing exams. These are new for 2023. Let me show you these licensing exams really quickly. Here you got a timer. If you want to use the timer, go for it. But here you go. And kind of give you an idea what these look like. The new database has a built-in calculator, so you don't have to have a calculator. We'll give you one. Okay. And a wall space between 2 closet doors shall have a receptacle if the space is blank feet or greater. Right? So what do you think it is? All right, 2. Okay, now see, it didn't give you the answer. Why? Because you got to go through these entire course programs here. Okay, so we're not going to give you the answer until you get to the end and you get to see what your score is. This is very much like an exam. Now, what is different is you can't go backwards because we do not want you going backwards. We teach you how to do the 3-wave method, but that's for exams. Right now, we're trying to focus on moving you forward and learning and answering and going. And so that's why these are set up this way. Okay. So you have to answer all these. Floor receptacles shall be counted as part of the required number of receptacles unless located within blank. Okay. They're not counted unless they're located within 18 inches. Okay. That type of thing. Now, you also have your references down here that you can go look up. Okay, when you want to answer one of them. All right. So this is all here in it. And you can start your timer and you'll see the timer will tick down. That way you can, test yourself if you want. I don't really care much for the timers. I think you should be dissecting every question. Even if it takes you 5 minutes, you should be dissecting a question to look it up, look in the index. Unless you just know it right off the top of your head, then you just move on through. That's what you know. Okay. So anyway, there is what you've got there. Let's see, what else do we have here? You have a voltage drop calculator that's built in here. You want to play with it. You can play with the voltage drop calculator if you want. Okay. So anyway, there's everything that we have in it. So let's get you back to the program. So anyway, that's the prep questions, and there's a lot of questions. Not to forget now, you've got a lot of competency reviews that you have to do, okay? And so those are going to also be very much like code questions for you. Now, the only difference is we don't believe in A, B, C, D answers, okay? We might throw a couple in there for you, but mainly what they want to do is we want to make sure that you're going to be able to give us a code reference as well as the answer. So if you're doing our Fast Tracks program and you give me the answer, but you don't give me a code reference, guess what happens? Your answer is marked wrong. If you don't support your answer, then we're going to mark it wrong. And you can argue until you're blue in the face. Paul, I got an answer. We don't care. You pay good money for this program. I think it's the best value out there for everything you get, okay? But we're here to make sure that you're going to be successful. So don't just give me the answer on the competency review. I need you to tell me where you found it, right? So I want to make sure that you do that. Alberto, yes, this whole program will be available on our YouTube channel, Facebook, all those places that we're streaming live to it. You can watch the whole thing again later if you want. All right. Okay, so what else do we have to show you in the program? Because that's a lot. But let's go on and get back a little bit here to the program and see what else we got here. I'm always excited about the course and what it offers. But again, everything in here is inclusive. Your flashcards, right? You get your study hub. Also, you get access to, let's say you're doing one of your reviews online and you don't want to go into the course to find an answer, and you should use your code book, but maybe you want to just open the course book. So right here on the right, you click this little book, and everything is in here. You can jump to it right away. Say you're working in Unit 3, click on Unit 3, and everything is quick links down here. So maybe one of your questions about boxes and enclosure support. So you click on it, and it'll take you right there. You see the great illustrations, the great call outs you get, all of that type of stuff is unique in our program, okay? Look, folks, I'm serious. If you're trying to learn the National Electrical Code, you can sit down and watch a bunch of DVDs. You can flip through a book, but it is not as interactive. It's not as detailed as our program. I promise you that. So like me, hate me, loathe me, whatever me, fact of the matter is, if you really need to learn the NEC, these are the programs. Okay? Fast Track system is like no other system. We take in a program and we've reconfigured it into a method of studying. And that's why we got our trademarks on it. It's the method of studying that we do and how we interact with it. The Wednesday night sessions that we can help provide that clarity to you. The competency reviews that we grade. The ability to send questions at paulabernathy.com. If you're a student, just let us know you're a student and what unit you're working on. That's the easiest way to send me questions. Nobody else gives you this kind of support. I don't care who they are. They don't. And maybe this program isn't for you. That's okay. I don't want everybody. I want people that want to learn the code. That's all I care about. If you're a hater, go on somewhere else. Okay. Good news. This is why I turned off our Facebook electrical exam prep forum. People were in there. We had over 9,000 members. Weren't active, weren't engaging, didn't chat, didn't post questions, didn't do anything. They basically wanted us to provide everything. Nope, not how it's going to work for me. So I shut that down and paused. The only Facebook page we have now is our Master the NEC. That is our corporate page. Okay, and we'll post things there, restream videos there. But you know what? The exam prep discussion group, shut that thing down. Why? Because nobody was interacting. That should prove to people I'm not about the clicks. You know, that's close to 10,000, 9,000, whatever. You would think, well, Paul, those are potential customers. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. That's not people we're looking for. I'm sorry. If that offends somebody, that's fine. I am not a clicker. I don't care to have 500,000 followers on a platform. I teach code. It's very nichey. And you find me because you either searching for me online or somebody shares it with you. Somebody's had a success. I loathe Facebook. I'm only keeping the Master the NEC one because it's our business page. Other than that, I'm slowly weeding off all those. I'm trying very hard to get kicked off of TikTok. Yes, I could leave on my own, but I like it when they kick me off. I'd rather be kicked off, to be honest with you. It means a little more to me. But if you're interested in joining our program, that was just kind of a touch of what all we have in our Fast Tracks program. If you really want to learn the NEC, it's available in the 2017 edition, 2020 edition, and the 2023 edition. It's available in the budget. It's available in the Black program, which is our base program. And then we have the Plus. Now, the only difference between the Fast Tracks Black and the Fast Tracks Plus is that the Plus, you get information on how to get your 12 months on Fast Tracks Tube, which is part of the purchase. Okay. So that's the only difference. Really, that's it. The Fast Tracks Black is our base program. So everybody asks, which one should I get for exam prep? Well, if you don't want to have a collection of videos to look at, and the course is not a video course, by the way. It's just a collection of videos. It's our video repository. If you want to get those videos, then you join the Fast Tracks. You get the Fast Tracks Plus, and you'll get a year's subscription to the Fast Tracks Tube. If you just want the course material with the great information, the illustrations, the graphics, then you just get the Fast Tracks Black, that type of thing. If you want the course material and you don't want to have any interaction with me, you say, hey, I'll do it myself, Paul. As long as you give me the competency questions and the answer keys, I'll do it myself. Okay, well then get the Fast Tracks budget. Save you a little money, and it's a great program. You just won't get access to me, and you can't come to our Wednesday night sessions, but it's still a great course. Much better than anything else out there. I promise you that. Okay, folks, that's it. Enough selling you. Hopefully you got something out of it. And you have any questions, you know you can always reach out to me. Go to any of our platforms. We have contact information, contact links on any platform. I want to see you succeed. I don't think there is any electrical educator out there in the country that offers everything that we do in this package. So I look forward to seeing you. Till next time, folks, stay safe. God bless.